So what thoughts on video content and social media technology when culture and society?
It's an incredibly interesting time, I think, for marketers as they're sort of wrestling with how to understand the ways to leverage content to reach and engage consumers in new and potentially different ways. Video, of course, has become such an important part of the content sort of matrix, and so what we're seeing is more utilization or usage of content, both creatively and also in terms of how it's being distributed. And of course, there are a number of different tools and technologies that are now allowing marketers to create and distribute content in new and really exciting ways. You know, what Netflix is doing on one end in terms of disrupting the entire way in which, you know, programming and content is distributed in regards to TV is fascinating, right? Very, very disruptive. But on the other end, you know, you've got the Vines of this world, and the great thing about something like Vine is that anyone, any individual really can use it. It unlocks creativity, it empowers creative people to do more, and it gives brands an opportunity to experiment. And that's the key thing for me, is about experimentation. You know, it's less about quality, and it's more about getting involved, creating content, iterating on that content, and improving over time. I would strongly dissuade any company from sticking to one particular platform or channel. It doesn't make any sense. But you have to start in the same place that you always start with marketing and communications, which is, you know, who do we want to reach, number one. Why do we want to reach them, and where are they? And I think it's important to ask those questions before you become too consumed by, well, what tool or what technology, what platform should we be using? So for me, it's and it also actually comes down to the type of company as well, right? So if the company has a particular audience or a particular type of individual they're looking to try and reach, and those individuals tend to be on Vine, then fine, stick to Vine. But ultimately, it's nice to have a diverse portfolio of different channels that you're using. Utilize those channels in the way that they've been designed to be used, and you'll find that in terms of driving traffic back to your website, you'll have more success, I think, if you're actually, you know, focusing on a handful of different channels.